Welcome to Chilling Chatter, where the scariest stories come to life. It started 4 nights ago in our quiet Midwest home. My 6-year-old daughter, Emily, woke me up with a scream so loud, so terrified, it made my heart stop. "Daddy!" she yelled, standing at the end of the hallway, clutching her stuffed bunny so tightly it looked like its head might pop off. "Someone's in my room!" I didn't stop to ask questions. No time. I ran straight to her room, my heart pounding in my chest. When I flicked on the light, I froze. The room was empty. Her bed, unmade. Her closet door, slightly open. And her nightlight, casting these long, eerie shadows on the walls. "Where did you see him?" I asked, trying to keep my voice calm, but my hands were shaking. She pointed, her little finger trembling. "Right there, in the closet." He was looking at me. He smiled. I yanked the closet doors open. Empty. I checked every corner, under the bed, even the window, locked. Nothing. "It was just a bad dream," I told her, tucking her back into bed. But as I turned to leave, my eyes caught something strange. A faint handprint on the window, too big to be hers, and too high for her to reach. The next night, it was worse. Another scream, even louder this time. I ran in, faster than the night before, but Emily, she wasn't on her bed. She was crouched in the corner, her face buried in her knees. "He's mad, Daddy," she whimpered, her voice barely above a whisper. "Who's mad?" I asked, though I didn't really want to know. "The man in the closet." My blood turned to ice. I swung the closet doors open again, praying it was empty, and it was. But something felt wrong. Her clothes, they were hanging backward, every single one reversed. I hadn't noticed that the night before. "Did you do this?" I asked her. She shook her head, her eyes wide, and climbed back into bed without another word. That night, as I left the room, I swear, I heard breathing, but it wasn't hers, and it wasn't mine. By the third night, I'd had enough. I set up a baby monitor to catch whatever was happening. At 3 a.m., I woke to a terrifying sound, static, crackling through the monitor, and then a voice, faint, garbled, but I could hear it. "She can see me. Why can't you?" My blood ran cold. Emily screamed, breaking the silence. I ran to her room and found her sitting up in bed, pointing at the closet. "He's not hiding anymore," she whispered, her voice trembling. "What do you mean?" I asked, my throat tightening. She didn't answer. Instead, she pointed, not at the closet this time, but at the ceiling. I looked up, and for a brief moment, I saw it. A dark shape pressed against the ceiling, its head craned at an unnatural angle, looking down at me. Then, the light flickered, and it was gone. The final night, I stayed in her room. I sat on the edge of her bed, clutching a baseball bat, staring at the closet for hours. Around 2:47 a.m., the room turned cold. Deathly cold. Emily woke up, clutching my arm so tightly it hurt. "Daddy," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Don't move." "Why?" I asked, though I already knew something was wrong. She stared at me, her lips quivering. "He's under your chair." I froze, my body locked in place. And then I felt it, something cold and sharp brushing against my ankle. I swung the bat wildly, but hit nothing. Nothing was there. The next morning, Emily was gone. Her bed, empty. Her stuffed bunny, on the floor. The closet door, wide open. The police found nothing. No trace of her, no signs of an intruder. Just one thing. Inside the closet door, there was a message, scratched into the wood, clear as day. "You should have seen me." Thank you for listening to tonight's story on Chilling Chatter.